Tonight's news focus: 137 recipients conferred with Sarawak medals and awards. Unifor and JKR Sarawak collaborate to assess costs for houses of worship projects. Azam Sarawak catalyst for regional development. Assalamualaikum and good evening. A total of 137 recipients were conferred Sarawak State Medals and Awards by the Sarawak Governor Tunku Hisri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar at the Sarawak State Awards ceremony at the Astana Negeri Sarawak here on Wednesday. Leading the list of 10 recipients of the Darjah Utama Yang Amat Mulia Bintang Kenyalang Sarawak, Pegawai Bintang Kenyalang PBK are the head of the Education Bureau of the Welfare and Sports Council of Malaysian Government Employees Maksak Sarawak Women, Datin Fauziah Mardiana Sepawi, and the Director of the Institute of Sustainable and Renewable Energy, ISURE, of University Malaysia Sarawak UNIMAS, Professor Technologist Dr. Shanti Faridah Saleh. Also receiving the awards were 20 individuals who were awarded the Pingat Pentadbiran Awam, Pingat Perkhidmatan Bakti, PPB, including Dr. Ho Ai Chia, Dr. Sally Suryani Ahib, Dr. Muhammad Nurjayadi Tamam, and Dr. Rudy Tawi Joseph CP. Meanwhile, 18 recipients received the Darjah Yang Amat Mulia Bintang Sarawak, Ahli Bintang Sarawak ABS, and another 18 recipients of the Darjah Utama Yang Amat Mulia Bintang Kenyalang Sarawak, Ahli Bintang Kenyalang ABK. For the Pingat Pentadbiran Awam, Pingat Perkhidmatan Terpuji, PPT, 39 individuals received the medal, including Abdul Aziz Kadri, Abdul Karim Dollah, Ain Lamat, Amin Mangi, Amirul Syafiq Alais Kertini Karnil, and Amir Hamzah Jahidin. Meanwhile, a total of 32 individuals were awarded the Darjah Yang Amat Mulia Bintang Sarawak, Bentara Bintang Sarawak BBS, including Awang Sahpura Awang Mangku, Aidil Jemaat, Bohari Muhammad Zini, Chundi Jipon, and Emran Paing. Also present at the investiture ceremony was Sarawak Premier Dato' Patigi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg, and Sarawak Secretary Dato' Ahmad Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki. The Unit for Other Religions, UNIFOR, will collaborate with the Sarawak Public Works Department JKR to carry out cost assessments for houses of worship projects across the state. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Embas, who is also the Minister in charge of UNIFOR, said the cooperation is intended to ensure that every allocation dispersed aligns with the criteria outlined in the respective applications. He stressed that this approach is being implemented in response to questions raised by the audit authorities regarding the mechanisms currently used to determine the allocation amount for proposed projects. Dato' Ahmad Douglas made these remarks during the presentation ceremony of the Phase 1 financial aid checks for houses of worship of other religions held at Wisma Bapa Malaysia on Tuesday. He further revealed that the Sarawak government has allocated a total of 19 million ringgit for the development of non-Islamic houses of worship, with an additional 20 million ringgit channeled to mission schools. He also reminded that projects for houses of worship, which have already received approved funding, must commence without delay. He emphasized that failure to do so would result in the management of the affected houses of worship and their respective elected representatives being barred from submitting future applications. In another development, Angkatan Zaman Mangsang Azam Sarawak plays an important role in supporting the regional development agenda towards 2030 and beyond. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Embas stressed that the organisation not only functions as a strategic communication channel but also directly contributes to efforts to foster an inclusive, resilient and future-ready society.
Peranan Azam semakin signifikan dalam menyokong penyampaian strategi pembangunan pasca COVID-19 2030 secara inklusif, menerusi pendekatan komunikasi yang bersesuaian dengan pelbagai lapisan masyarakat. There is a need for you to continue to convey the mission of PCBS. Sebagai sebuah agensi pemangkin, Azam Sarawak turut berperanan menambah nilai kepada usaha kerajaan dengan membantu memperkasa rakyat melalui program dan inisiatif pembangunan yang memberi impak yang positif.
He said this while speaking at the Gawai Azam Sarawak Begawai Cara Kitai ceremony at a hotel here on Tuesday. He added that Azam also helps to empower the people through various development programs and initiatives that have a positive impact, thus making the community more willing to take up opportunities and understand responsibilities in realizing Sarawak's direction. Meanwhile, Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga also acknowledged that although Sarawak has officially achieved high income status, there are still segments of society that have not fully enjoyed this progress.
Jadi di sinilah saya percaya Azam dapat memain peranan. How we can give advice, guide our people supaya mereka dapat sama-sama berusaha so that by 2030, Sarawakian, irrespective of race, religion and origin, dapat menikmati pendapatan tinggi dan sebagai wilayah yang maju.
In this regard, he expressed confidence that Azam will continue to remain relevant and progressive in supporting the vision of the Sarawak government under Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS. Meanwhile, efforts to strengthen the participation of Sarawak Bumiputera companies in the country's mainstream economy continue to be strengthened through initiatives under the Sarawak Bumiputera Blueprint 2035, SBB 2035 Economic Action Plan, which sets the strategic target of 3720 as a driver of regional economic growth. According to Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, the 3720 framework, which was formulated holistically and inclusively, sets the goal of listing 3 Sarawak Bumiputera companies on Bursa Malaysia, producing 7 champion companies in strategic sectors under the Post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030, PCDS 2030, and increasing 20% of micro-enterprises to Sdn Berhad status by 2030. He said this through a text of speech read by the advisor of the Ministry for International Trade, Industry and Investment, Mintred, Dato' Sri Muhammad Naruddin Majais, in conjunction with the Road to IPO Sarawak Edition 2025 program at the hotel here on Wednesday.
Sasaran ini bukan sekadar angka seperti dikatakan oleh Saudara Naidi tadi, tetapi ianya satu ikhtisam kita untuk melahirkan syarikat Bumiputera yang berdaya tahan dan berimpak tinggi kepada ekonomi negara.
He added that achieving this target requires a comprehensive approach including access to financing, strong corporate governance, capacity building and exposure to the capital market. It is understood that strategic collaborations are currently being actively carried out by Teraju with financial institutions including Bursa Malaysia through platforms such as the Bumiputera Expansion and Catalyst Fund BECF and Islamic Working Capital Project Financing IWCPF. Dato' Ahmad Awang Tengah, who is also Mintred Minister, further stressed that listing on Bursa Malaysia is a strategic step not only to gain prestige but to strengthen transparency, open up access to greater capital as well as strengthen the corporate structure for sustainable long-term growth.
Ia bukan hanya satu prestis, tetapi merupakan satu simbol keyakinan pasaran terhadap keupayaan syarikat Bumiputera dan bukti bahawa kita mampu bersaing secara profesional, telus dan mampan. Ia juga memperkukuhkan jenama dan memberi inspirasi kepada generasi usahawan lain atau yang baru di masa akan datang.
The Sarawak government is actively implementing a range of strategic initiatives aimed at reducing reliance on imported rice in line with efforts to enhance the state's food self-sufficiency. Minister for Food Industry, Commodity and Regional Development, Dato' Sri Dr. Stephen Rundi Uttam, revealed that the state currently has a rice self-sufficiency level, SSL, of just 32%, with the remaining supply being imported from countries such as Vietnam and India. He described this high dependency as a major risk to food security, particularly if exporting countries were to impose restrictions.
If these two countries, main exporter, reduce to or they're not in a position to export, we'll be in deep trouble. That's why we are so serious about planting paddy. Someone asking master plan, we do have a master plan. And then someone asking what are you going to do? We cannot just mention, we're going to do this, tomorrow it come out. No. So that means we have to plan properly, utilization of land and so on.
He said this when speaking to the media during the Sarawak Department of Agriculture Appreciation Ceremony held at the hotel in Kuching on Wednesday. Among the key initiatives underway, he noted, is the identification of gazettement of suitable areas for rice cultivation, particularly in Limbang, Lawas and several other targeted locations. Dr. Sri Dr. Runde also acknowledged that while oil palm cultivation offers high returns, it does not contribute to food security as it is not a staple food.
From the very beginning, I keep saying we have to gazette land strictly for paddy. You know why? Because nobody wants to plant paddy because return is not comparable to sawit. But we cannot eat sawit lah. Minum air minyak sawit pun tak boleh. Tapi paddy boleh. So there's a new approach now to have a hybrid.
Human capital development in the agricultural sector is also a top priority with the establishment of the University Putra Malaysia UPM Sarawak branch expected to serve as a major catalyst for agricultural transformation across Borneo.
It is actually a dream come true for us. So at least we have a few more outfit institutions that we can be proud of. From there we can plan, it is Sarawak brand. So we plan for what do we need in agriculture.
The Sarawak government continues to implement various initiatives to ensure that every student in the state has access to quality education, thus producing a generation that is able to compete and contribute to Sarawak's vision of being a developed region by 2030. Chief Political Secretary to the Sarawak Premier, Datuk Fazruddin Abdul Rahman, said that the briefing of the Sarawak government's education initiative provided exposure on government opportunities and facilities for a brighter future for the youth.
Kita telah melaksanakan program outreach kita, iaitu Setiausaha Politik telah melaksanakan program outreach sejak daripada tahun lepas lagi. Kita pergi ke segenap bahagian di Sarawak bagi kita menerangkan inisiatif-inisiatif yang telah dilaksanakan oleh Kerajaan Sarawak. Antara objektifnya supaya masyarakat kita tahu apa inisiatif yang telah dilaksanakan dan apa inisiatif yang dapat memberi manfaat kepada mereka. Dan kita membawa sekali agensi-agensi kerajaan supaya mereka terus boleh memohon ataupun mengisi download apps apa yang berkenaan dengan inisiatif-inisiatif yang disediakan. Dan bagi program outreach ke IPTS, kita lebih menekankan kepada inisiatif pendidikan yang diperkenalkan oleh Kerajaan Sarawak. Dan ini adalah program kami yang kedua. Yang pertamanya di UiTM. Ini program yang kedua dan kita akan menjelajah ke seluruh Sarawak untuk berjumpa dengan pelajar-pelajar di IPTA, IPTA dan IPTS yang lain.
He said this when officiating the briefing at Arena Gemilang, Datar Putra Unimas on Tuesday. The Tupong Assemblyman also called on students to make the most of the opportunities given by studying hard to achieve academic excellence and becoming independent, principled students who are able to contribute back to the state. And that's the English edition with me, Didi Nursyafiqah. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. Ending the UKAS Bulletin with the investiture ceremony of Sarawak State Honours held at the Astana Negeri Grand Hall here on Wednesday. #Sarawak Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.